So you want to make it in the music business. Hey y'all, I'm Big Ed. I've been a recording artist, a songwriter, a producer, a bandmate. I've been making records for 32 years. Let me help you navigate this. So I was asked yesterday on this platform, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is the writing, the recording, the money, the rejection, is all of this worth it? That's a tough question. That's a very, very difficult question. I don't know that I could answer that one, but let me give you a little perspective. So I think you all, this new generation, have it very, very tough. I think that if I was starting out today, I would not get signed and I would not have a beautiful house and the ability to travel and do everything I want to do, et cetera, et cetera. I really don't. Because first of all, we got paid. Yes, all artists get screwed to some extent because you're playing with the house money, you're playing with the record label money, and if you accept their deals and you don't carefully negotiate, you can be screwed. But as songwriters, we always get paid. We always got paid something. So if your song was on the radio, if you wrote a song for somebody else, if you were performing, you got paid. You might not have gotten all the artist royalties you deserved. I did. My contract was, I had the same contract as Madonna when I signed. That's just the way it worked out. So I got paid. But you probably will not get paid today. So that's something you really want to consider, because unless you're in the tippy top echelon, Spotify's not paying. Not much else is, you know what I mean? And you'd have to become a big touring act, a very, very successful touring act. You'd have to sell out every venue, regardless of size. You'd have to be selling out to make money. So that's one thing to consider. The other thing to consider is the emotional impact. So when I got signed, I was the George Costanza of the corporate world in New York. Nobody lost jobs better than me. So when I got offered a record deal, I was like, giddy up, I'm in. So I didn't really have much choice. And at that time, I was down to my last $200, literally, in New York City. And that $200 was from my last final unemployment check. So a friend of mine took me out to New Jersey to one of the first, I guess, Costco's or whatever it was at the time. And I bought $200 worth of rice and dried beans. And that's what I ate for 2 straight months, because I would have had no food otherwise. So, someone offers me a record deal, I'm in. But if I had to do it all over again, I would have made sure I got an education. I would make sure I had a degree. I would make sure that I kept my day job. If you have a good day job, use that money, use that comfort, that security, right, to finance your passion. And because you may make it, but you may not, but you'd still end up with a hell of a lot of great music that you're very proud of, and you'd still pay your bills. So I always advise people, keep your day job. Don't do anything foolish. So that's my thoughts on it. Would I do it all over again? I don't know. Not today. I would not do this all over again today, at least in the way I did it back then. Back then, yeah, if it was the same circumstances as it was when I got signed in the early 90s, yeah, I'd do that all over again. But those circumstances have drastically changed. So under today's template, under the reality of today, no, I would not do it all over again. I would set myself up a lot smarter. I got lucky. I got really lucky. And the other lucky thing is I had a life partner who just let me do, she just, I don't know. I got lucky. She put up with all of this nonsense. And then when I did somehow miraculously become successful enough to buy a house, et cetera, she was giddy. And I was too. But you're gonna really need somebody in your life who understands and supports you 1,000%. When I go talk to schools, to music schools. They bring me in and they ask me, I'm always going to give it to you straight. One of the things I say is marry smart. I'm not saying marry money. I'm saying marry smart, because you're going to need a good partner. Or don't get married. That's up to you as well. All right? So that's my thoughts on that. If you have any other questions, let them rip.